Well, welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, here to the ESL Pro League. We're at the final day of action here for week number 2 of our North American League, and we did just finish the first map. It was actually a forfeit. Unfortunately, Immortals had some travel issues, so they were not able to make it to the first map in time, and as such, they forfeited that map. But they are here now and ready to play the second map, which is going to be on Cash. I'm here with James once again. James, how do we see the second map playing out now that we jump over to Cash?
This is a super strong map for both teams. Immortals is known to prepare really heavily on Cash ahead of their minor, trying to qualify for the major that they finally qualified for. So they've been focusing on this map for at least probably a year and a half, so they know pretty much all the ins and outs on it. Luminosity is also a very strong Cash team. They have some big victories over the likes of Misfits and other Pro League teams. Not necessarily in the ESL Pro League, but like 16-1 type wins, and they tend to be strong on the T side. So I think it's going to be like a battle of who can get the economy going on the CT side and who can figure out that T side, right? Who has a stronger default and who can surprise the other team. Well,
if we had to look at big key issues for either team here on this map, what would you say are the biggest things that either one of these teams would have to avoid and watch out for in this matchup?
In general, I kind of hesitate for any C team to force buy after losing CT pistol because most teams know how to default very strong on Cash. And let's say I win T-Pistol, and then I see that the CTs buy armor in Pistol second round. I know I'm going to go into the fourth round on Gun round and have a huge advantage, and I'm going to call according to that, right? I'm going to do a slower strat, bleed out their utility, find out where they are, and make a pretty, informed mid-round decision. So I'd hesitate away from that. And also I think Immortals is going to be extremely short-handed without KNG. So if I'm Luminosity, I'm going to pick T side here, right? I'm going to find out where Zach's playing. I'm going to find out where that second op would usually be in KNG, and I'm going to go there.
All right. Well, it's time to take a look at the odds now. Once again, presented to you guys at home by Betway. And as we can see, it is still in the favor of Immortals there, and to quite a large degree there as well.
Yeah, I guess their in-game rotates are not as long as their IRL rotates. They weren't able to get to their computers in time. But I think these odds are fair. I mean, Immortals second place at the major. Can't discount that. I'm not going to say that it was fluke because of, the Swiss system like many other people say. They still had to win matches against big teams, BO3s. They beat Big, right? Coming out of the group stage in the major, everyone was singing a big tune to Big, and then Immortals just wipes them in the BO3. So I think Immortals is a super strong team. They love that aggressive play style. They're going to get in your face, and this is the kind of map for that, right? Like, if any map is going to be aggressive on the CT side, it's probably going to be Cash, right? You almost want to play it like a T. So that's actually what bit Luminosity in the butt last time they played. So on week 1, Misfits was super aggressive on CT side, and I think Luminosity only got like 3 rounds on their T side because of Misfits' aggression. So.
Well, it looks like it is time to send it over to our casters as the match is almost ready to begin. Gentlemen, take it away.
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm finally ready. I want to watch some CS. I want to see Luminosity play. I want to see some Cash.
Who's going to win, Stromboli?
Well, I think Immortals going to win, even though they had to travel, set up, get ready. Who knows what's in their minds after forfeiting a map. But I believe, as James pointed out, I was going to make this point, if he did not, it was that last time we saw Luminosity on Cash, they allowed the CTs to push so much and gain too much map control. So hopefully, if Luminosity has fixed that problem, maybe do little fakes, little swing strat, I like to say, make presence at A, go to B, or, make a presence at B, hit A, just to clear out these people that push, especially like a team of Immortals.
Good. Keys to success?
Keys to success? I would say trying to keep Hen 1 from just pushing wherever he wants to with that up.
Stop Hen 1.
Stop Hen 1, you have a better chance. It doesn't mean you're going to win, but you have a better chance.
Okay. But if Luminosity win, is it an upset?
A little bit, but I think it's due for them to actually beat Immortals in a match. It's been a while.
Okay, well, we are right out now with what looks like some mid-presence from LG as they try to do a B-split right out the gate. Cello looking to take a duel, but Henny finding the first kill. Very important frag for him. A smoke goes down on the site, extinguishes a molly just a bit, and it's actually stopped a smoke in CT. So now they'll be able to cross because of that and have fallen back to some better positions, safer ones indeed. But Lucas on the big flank is able to find his first frag. Bolts as well, taking down Yell, and now Neck is alone with his teammate Cello, have to stop this push, and CTs are coming through rapidly. He's looking for the fights wherever he can find him, and so far, it's cooled down just a bit.
Yeah, as you see, it's a 2-on-3 situation. Luminosity is looking like in a troubled spot here as the Steel takes out Cello. Now it's up to Neck as the MVP for the 4. Finally gets taken by Hen 1. Now, I loved how Immortals were patient and they waited for their teammates before aggressing towards B. They're sitting back to say, okay, take the bomb site, whatever. We're just going to wait, and that's what happened. They actually just outshot Luminosity.
Yeah, outshot him, flanked him, got that first kill on the player going vent. And now we move into round 2. We have a buy-up from Luminosity that consists of 3 UMPs. Is this the safest bet?
I mean, yeah, there's nothing wrong with little as we see that Luminosity does have pistol armor, and the CZ is the hot topic these days.
What's the hype behind the CZ?
It's better than the Tech 9, so just buy it, switch it out, and then, I mean, if you aim at the chest, it feels like it always just goes to that head.
Tech 9's that gun that works so much better for everyone else, isn't it?
Yeah, not for me. I'm terrible.
That's me and you.
Terrible.
It's a default so far. We've got a couple of smokes on the board, so I think they have a strategy for this round to make sure they don't just run out and try to find frags. Yell has snuck out to mid. Difficult position for Henny as he can't really watch that left side creep up without exposing himself to mid connector. And Yell, getting a little bit of aggressive, but so is Henny. And with that info, actually gets killed. Both him and Nekas join forces to do that 100 damage necessary. Yell, from the while being flashed, has to fight now. Bolt's going down on highway all alone, and there is an opening for Luminosity. We're up 5-3. However, Lucas looks to even up. Yell is tight in this corner and hasn't been spotted quite yet. Lucas seems to be fully aware of this opportunity, but Cello has made his way onto A and is planting the bomb. We're now in an after plant situation, 2-on-3.
Yeah, I like that move to stay in the squeaky door. Try to get the bomb down. You see Lucas is trying to make his way towards bomb. So he's taken out by Yell, and nice force by Team Luminosity, really taking advantage of that passive mid by Immortals, and then sneaking into that A bomb site. So very nicely played by them. And look at that Yell, that flashbang, MVP flashbang, guys.
Yeah, MVP flashbang.
Team play makes it work, okay? Rely on your teammates,
The
okay?
unsung heroes of Counter-Strike.
Exactly.
Skadoodle.
Skadoodle. You know what? No, stop. I want him to stop tossing nades. I want him to up. Straight up up. Straight up up. Come on.
Didn't mean to get you all riled up. I'm sorry. Playing with your heartstrings. But this B push is kind of getting shut down right now. 4-4. Both players, actually 3 from Immortals, have gotten killed. The bomb has been repossessed. It's showtime now. Looking to clear out vents, realizes that there's a player shooting from CT, might assume because of this that the site could be open and are moving in because the smoke will provide him enough cover. Plant will go down for B main. Player under vent is Yell. He's quite low. Is going to try to watch the headshot run up, and we have one more at mid, so he doesn't even have to worry about vent for the time being. PKL is about to put a neat bow on the round if anybody comes his way.
As you can see, Zach and Bolts would be a lot smarter move to save your armor, try to get exit kills. Maybe you sneak out an AK at the end of the round, or you just save your armor. I'm all a big fan of not forcing the kills, not trying to win the round. You know, we don't need Superman here. We just, you gotta. It's the whole game. It's the first to 16 wins in the round. So, so there's no need to, lose money. It's a money game. You gotta play the long con.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
It's a marathon. That's right.
Right.
Exactly. I like that.
You gotta take it in stride.
Take it in stride. Baby steps.
Baby steps, one round at a time. You gotta learn how to walk before you can, something like that.
I mean, it depends on who you are. I mean, you could do cartwheels when you're 2 years old. We've seen the YouTube videos. But right now,
kids are growing up talented quick.
They're
it's true.
Too much talent on YouTube these days.
It's goddamn millennials.
Too talented.
Too talented.
Too smart.
Too smart and too dumb.
That's true.
But another eco round for Immortals, and the same push out from Luminosity into B. I think hoping for that early aggression, are able to capitalize on one kill, this time not losing anybody. Everybody has full nades on Luminosity, and they are stationed, poised to take this site. Unknown if the bomb has been spotted, but 3 players from Immortals are here to defend. Unfortunately, they have no counter nades, are susceptible to mollies themselves, and will have to hold their positions with conviction, hit shots right away. Henny gets spotted crossing. Ooh, and Cello completely ready for that. Takes his face off. Steel has an interesting spot. Sometimes you can catch someone player off guard, like running in, clearing headshot, and if you hit your first 2 bullets, you could just eat that frag, no problem. But
yeah,
a lot of patience.
It's definitely an interesting spot, but the value in that spot goes down once your teammates are start dying off. So it's best to have maybe 1 or 2 of his teammates distracting, and so they don't think that, oh, there could be a 3rd person in the site. As you see, there's a 2-on-3 situation. Pickle, he's going to just make a little distraction here, maybe pull someone through B. This forces Steel to push after the flash, so not a bad strategy by Luminosity, and they're going to easily clean up this B bomb site.
Something really nice there is obviously a lot easier to pull rotates versus pistols. They're happy to go and stack the other site. So just a little bit of presence on the other side of the map while they continue to hit B, just like their plan was at the beginning of the round. And it was good they didn't rush in right away. 3 players on the site. Now we move into round 5, full buyout for both teams. We got the big guns out. Kenny's got that op.
Ooh, the big green. Let's see if he's going to be aggressive. I remember he was playing middle on, I believe, the pistol and ecos, but now he's going to go to op A. I like when, as an opper, you put him in different spots on the map, make him, make the other team keep guessing. He's going to be A, he's going to be B, he's going to be middle. So this round decides Immortal wanting him at the A-bomb site.
Got to stay fluid. And now Yell looking into B. A great boost on the site. Actually only exposes Steel's head, gives him a huge advantage to win that duel. Now, if he had got taken out, they would have known a player is underneath him, exposes the whole position. But the idea is he's got such a great chance to just straight up win it that it's worth trying. And now the B main smoke comes out to cause a distraction. As you see, now they've got to worry about checkers and anybody walking into it, whereas the rest of Luminosity are just kind of stationed up, making sure they can clear out any kills, because they are now with only 4 players. They want to get that opening frag so they can push into a site, split it together, and more easily win the round. We know that Luminosity play out these T rounds quite slowly on cash. We've seen it before, and sometimes the methodical stuff pays off. Neck is going to be flashing himself out of mid. Actually gets tagged and then blind by his own flashbang, but has made it out. Decent grenade. Actually misses. Very close, though. A good attempt, but it's not the thought that counts in this situation. The B split is out. Nekaz is full HP. They're about to take checker control, but there are 3 rotates from Immortals. Now stationed up in the site.
As you can see, Cello setting up that smoke grenade. They have to take over checkers. Oh, almost getting caught out by that Steel with 1 HP in the site. Still staying alive. Him staying alive made that much of a difference. They're going to take their focus off Lucas. And so nice kills by Immortals with only 7 seconds left. They're going to have to save the gun. Pickle falling back, so Steel staying alive, pulling people towards him, while Lucas is cleaning up with the 3 kill.
Yeah, what we saw was like a great rotate into the site. They read the B split. Once they saw Nekaz flash himself out mid, he tried to do it in a sneaky way with just that smoke and flash, and here's the hold that we watch back as they kind of have a crossfire here, even though Lucas picking up all the slack by himself and even gets a 3rd frag. I mean, doing more than he needs to, going above and beyond.
Yeah, as you see, the Luminosity will buy again. They'll be able to forward and off. I think after this round, if they have to lose. Save a nice shot on Bolts. Get caught off guard right. I'm not expecting the up to be that quickly up. Late Molotov by Immortals as well.
Now the boost is good. Now they can really settle back. It seems like in a situation where they had 4 alive, they were working very hard to try to get away with something that they could do together. And in this situation, have a lot more outs in the round. 1 player left alone on A, that's Zach. He is the player that James mentioned they're going to try to find and pick apart each time. Actually gets killed on the cross into the site. Didn't expect that the execute would come out so soon. Henny evens up with a duel. Very good. Op frag is now going to move up the bomb wall to the corner of the site. Smokes are going to give him a little bit of cover in the meantime, but as his teammates rotate in, there are still 4 Ts to deal with.
Well, Hen 1 showing no fear as he's sneaking into this bomb site. He takes Picacello with the quad box, and now this round was looking favorable for Immortals, but Showtime taking out Hen 1 and taking out Steel. Now it's up to Lucas to try to make a move, but he's getting sprayed down. Nice post-plant bomb site hold by Luminosity. And Zach, though, getting caught off guard at the A execute. If you see smokes and flashes and the squeaky door is open, you have to expect the T's to run to the fence area, or at least by forklift. Either way, should have been a little more aware that he's going to get chased down in that spot all by himself.
Didn't want to get hustled and then got hustled.
Got hustled.
Got hustled. Don't get out hustled. Piece of success. Here's Cello taking a bit of chip damage off of the boost. Nice shot from Henny, and it might have been a dink through the box or something, but he's down to half HP. Immortals buy It's in tatters. They have armor, one person with a UMP, and Luminosity have been pretty good on their anti-ecos, fairly clean. So, oh wow, nice pick on Zach, excuse me, standing in front of the door, calling that spot out directly. As you can see, the headshot instantaneously.
Yeah, not too bad by Pickle. Get the kill. Let's fall back a little bit. Let's fall back a little bit, huh?
Pickle?
I don't know. I call him Pickle.
I like that.
I like Pickle. So, you know, I like pickles.
You like pickles?
I mean, who doesn't like a pickle in their sandwich?
Any preference still? You know what I do with the Big Macs? I get the pickles, and then I take the pickles out, and then I eat the Big Macs because I like the flavor of the pickles, but I don't want to have the whole pickle in it. And I eat the pickles afterwards.
The pickles are a pretty strong taste.
It's a big flavor.
Yeah, it really changes the dynamic of a cheeseburger. So,
overwhelming, really.
So, you know, that's what they do it on the Chick-fil-A sandwiches as well, and it's just you know, it's okay, maybe
it's
like
okay.
one, but they put like 5 of them on there.
Yeah, yeah. It's all about the Harvey's pickles, isn't it?
A little excessive in my opinion,
Right.
but that's just my opinion. You know,
Right.
who knows? Maybe the pickle fanatics of the world love it.
Going overboard with the pickles. And another A split to come out. It's actually just 4 players out of A main. Cello has made his way all the way into the site. I don't think our Highwayman realizes it with that. Falling back strafe, however, avoids any more damage and was really low on HP, so that was a worry. As they move up, Kenny tries to take a fight with Nekas, but Nekas finds 2, even taking down Truck with a nice headshot. Lucas left alone, just going to try to do as much damage as possible. What's going through Lucas's mind right now?
Probably, I think what you're trying to say, trying to get as many kills as possible, try to whittle down the Luminosity money, make them rebuy AKs, armor, or maybe get lucky, try to save a gun for next round. Because at this point, you're down 4-2. Probably, well, you will be down 5-2. You're going to have to, you know, you have a whole long game ahead of you. You just, you know, want to start building your wins right now. Make less money for Luminosity and more money for you. But fortunately for Immortals, they did do a 4-spy right here, and now their money's around 2,000. So they're going to save one more time.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking...
Are you emo? Are you emo right now? 5-2, you've got a full save?
I try not to be, you know, you got to be pumped up, you know, be like, okay, guys, brush it off. We're better than this. We're better than these guys. You know, you gotta have that blinding confidence.
Do you have to have that one guy that gets everyone going?
Yeah, you always have to have one of them.
So what if that guy's kind of bad? Is it still worth having him around?
Maybe put him to the coach position.
Hit him to the coach, right?
Just put him right to the coach or 6th man and just have him, you know, sit behind you guys when you play.
Values in the voice. Snek is pushing out events, finding a kill, realizes that the boost was about to take place and knows there's at least one more person to fight here, but that guy is actually sitting properly under the vent and won't be a problem for him just yet. Getting pretty frisky right now. Nek is on the corner of the screen, sees him. Lucas finds the 1D. So lucky to do so. Will he get a kill? Getting away with murder. A frag with the gun of Nekas as he fell out of vents in that anti-eco. Should he have gone out there by himself?
No, I think if he's going to do that move, his teammate by the sunroom should have already been peeking under the vent spot because the time is just a little off there. It won't cost him the round, I don't think, but it's definitely costing you 3 unnecessary kills.
This one same AK is now a weapon of the CTs. As Bolt moves up in the 1v2, eats a flash, and against the bomb wall has a difficult angle to work with. Oh, what a shot!
Wow.
Insane one tap, and Bolts is looking for a last duel. Yell finds a good angle and takes him out, no problem.
Just because that one kill in an event cost them 4 deaths.
Right.
4 deaths right there, so that every kill matters. You see right here, his teammate, who's near the sunroom or useless room, should have swung and already cleared out the spot.
Right.
So there's no weird stuff like this happening.
Right, instant trade. Thought they were safe, but they weren't. That's like 20K. How many gold watches is that?
That's a lot of gold. That's probably one. Probably literally one gold watch.
Maybe a few fakes. Oh, that's a really good Molotov.
Uh-oh,
They
Lucas
are committing to that really hard. Oh my gosh, Lucas. Lucas is down with the movement.
He didn't get the memo, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, he was sticking to the plan there, just staying in the fire. I'm going to get you in there, bro.
But Steel's like,
Steel's smart as that. Lucas gets killed the last couple of remaining HP that he had, but Steel also from the vent gets a trade, so looking very good for Immortals here. 3v2. The A site has been forfeited once again, or just taken over. LG with control of it are sitting in 2 kind of precarious spots. They're on default and forklift, which are high frag positions, but at the same time kind of 50-50. And it might be a favorable situation for the CTs, as we've got one on a big flank. That's our man, Henny, but he's going to have to open up Squeaky. Oh, it's actually open for him. Nekas is waiting, and he actually fluffs a shot. Now it's Zach moving in the 2v2. Bomb site has been forfeited. Steel's going to move up from Catwalk, knows that Showtime's there, corresponds that information, but Zach has 2 enemies to deal with and a very open plant. Will he be able to find these kills? There's one guy looking for a frag. Nekas also gets it.
Yeah, that was kind of a blunder by Immortals. Unfortunately, Hen1, if he hit that shot, I think they would have definitely won the round. But unfortunately for, yeah, it's just the flashing was a little off by Immortals. I don't know. It's just it's a very hard retake if you don't have the smokes or Molotovs in the right place. Because when I like to retake A as a CT, I love throwing a Molotov towards that fork area because it forces that person to not hide in that spot. Killed Hen1.
Yeah, you think? I mean, Hen1 had him though, right?
He did.
He had like a pretty good angle. He was prepared for that peek. Kind of just fluffed the shot.
Yeah, you try to go for that quick scope instead of maybe zooming in and trying to
gotta zoom.
Maybe pre-fire the shot or something. Really in the area. It's a pretty common spot on bombs like this.
Standard Molotovs out to clear out checkers. Playing it safe once again. Luminosity, we know, just as well as it seems Immortals do, that they favor B. And with 2 players in the site, it might not be enough to properly stack it, but they've been doing good damage and want to continue that trend. However, Henny looks to take a fight early, and because of that, goes down. Yell is here posted up on the exact same angle, prepared for any kind of re-peek or trade. Lucas top site, avoid getting Molotoved. Pretty good position.
And Cello is taking out bolts over there. As you see, Luminosity's taking it slow. I think it's all right to take it slow. You're up in numbers. They're saving. No need to just rush a bomb site, trying to get risky. Just trying to clear out spots together methodically. That's sometimes the way to do it. And then Showtime taking out Lucas. And now, if I was Immortals, I might call a timeout right here if I was a coach. But they're confident maybe they already have a game plan up to this point.
Their coach is in the server.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, I'd still call a timeout. You're 1-8. Like, all right, let's just change up our game plan. We're 8-2. We're down 2-8. I'd say Luminosity's weakness from before is being aggressive in the CT, and Immortals is not being aggressive. They're being pretty, I guess, standard on their CT play.
Kind of timid here on the CT side. The hole is not as deep as it could get, however, so still got an opportunity to try to make it a 7-round half if possible. Everybody on equal terms. Neck is trying to catch a player off guard. Zach goes down once again on the A site. Bolts trades out, but is pushed back into an unfavorable spot behind the smoke on highway. The bomb on A, 3 players congregating towards the site. They're going to be able to take it and most certainly plant. It's almost a situation where the retake is on, and they haven't even planted the bomb yet. We've also got a number 1 man, Showtime, at mid, ready to do some damage. Catch anyone rotating in, and winning this duel is critical. 4-3 now, and we finally have an advantage for one team. Really taking their time here, however.
Bomb, though, still hasn't been planted. I guess they're just trying to hold and secure spots, but then allowed Immortals to kind of regroup towards A, so Luminosity playing it really safe. Though they're about to retake this bomb site. We have 2 highway, 1 by truck.
No utility to work with. They're just going to have to focus on their mechanical abilities to try to get these trades and get these killed. And they're going to need 2-for-1s because of the numbers. Bolts, Lucas, last 2 players alive. They're playing it quite aggressively. LG looking for these peaks, but notice that Lucas is out of ammo. Now Bolts is all alone. And, oh, in the 1-on-2 situation, 2 players extremely low, has the opportunity to get a kill, but Cello hits that headshot and cleanly so.
Yeah, Yell from this spot. I remember actually last time watching this map, he loves playing the op on top of the catwalk area. So if you play against a team like Luminosity, you really need to, I guess, check for top catwalk. Watch for Yell. He's going to be op in there.
Yeah. You think they're doing a little bit of bullying right now? Zach on the A site, they've been running out.
I think so. Yeah, but the one thing, I mean, I guess it's kind of standard for Luminosity. I mean, you've seen them hit towards B, hit towards A, and just kind of mix it up. And what Misfits did last time was if they were just randomly pushing either B or A or whatnot, and it forced Luminosity played this kind of like weird, like kind of these weird executes that ran into stacks, or they were fast like push from behind and flanked and stuff like that. So I think with Immortals, you need to be a little more aggressive. Even though they don't have the AWPs or the guns, kind of, you gotta make something happen now. You're down 9-2.
Yeah, down 9-2. Just gotta change it up. Gotta keep it fresh. And here's Henny actually at mid alone. Not much support, but what we've also noticed that Luminosity haven't been paying much attention to mid at all. So playing 2 on sites may be a proper adjustment. And it's actually Henny to get very aggressive all on his own on that low buy, realizing that he's got to make a play. But now that leaves Immortal worse for wear. Down a man, down mid control, and Nekaz along with the L to be able to kind of hold and wait for anybody else to rotate in. And here we have them executing off of the back of this frag. Maybe a smart adjustment. Nekaz also killing bolts. It's just getting worse and worse.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Immortals. As they look a little disjointed. I don't know if it's because from traveling or whatnot. But again, you saw also last night, they played well one map, and the next map they just got manhandled. You kind of think, what is their mind state or their state of mind, and you know what? How can you play so well?
Yeah. Oh, Cello eats a flash, but also gets a kill. Another frag going the way of Nekaz. And they were just running around, taking individual duels and winning them. Picking Immortals apart completely. I wonder if it's just, have they gotten on their plane? Was it jet lag? Is that an excuse?
No, there's no excuse for losing. You could your hands could be tied behind your back, your leg falls off. You know what? Doesn't matter.
You lost.
You're here to play. You didn't win. You lose, and it shows up on the scoreboard. They're gonna see that 0-2 for Immortals today, and it's gonna be hurtful if they don't come back. I mean, 10-2 is already a rough score, and Immortals, they keep force buying here. And so I guess they're trying to make something happen, but here's a problem with continuously force buying is, yeah, they get the money bonus, but look, they got pharmacies, they have UMPs, very little utility and only 1 kit.
Yeah, like right there, Lucas can't bail himself out of that situation. His teammates are low on nades. They can't help him with the proper smoke or anything. And then on the reverse, you have Luminosity who can flush him out of the spot with their expensive utility. So definitely a lot of drawbacks to not having an extra $1,000 for your buys and not just waiting an extra round. But they don't seem to want to look forward to a 11-4 half. Instead, they try to stop the bleeding early. But this gamble will only cost them time and time again. Zach pushing out of desperation and maybe necessity as he tries to get control of Squeaky because they are down in numbers once again. It's been a story of 5v4s for Luminosity, and actually, oftentimes 5v3s. 2 UMPs, 1 Falmus, 1 Flash.
You can see here, Luminosity's still pretty spread out. I mean, at this point in the game, you're up to 10-2. Your confidence is high. You're not going to be timid at picking angles. You're just going to be a little random and cheeky here, where you might not play your traditional style of CS. You might just be a little more aggressive or looser. Steals through the smoke.
Looking to make a hero play. Will actually be able to stop the bomb. Might know someone's quad, but tries to pick up a gun before he takes another fight, not realizing that that plant was partially covered. And a round that we've seen over and over again. And it started out with a few good hits towards A with a lot of respect, but as the rounds have progressed, we see Luminosity picking up the pace as well, getting more and more confident across the board. Each player feeling more comfortable going and looking for fights all on their own and getting away with murder each time. There's been so many UMP buys. That might be an interesting stat to look at. How many UMPs were bought by Immortals, even on what they'd consider rifle rounds in this half?
Yeah, when you're down 11-2, now they're at an awkward point where they pretty much have to force by try to get some more rounds for the next half, and it's not looking good as Henwon's going to try to, do a little elbow peek at Squeaky Door. Didn't see anything, hear anything. Let's just fall back.
Zach, with his 2 teammates, is getting help on the site. Now, we have a man in Squeaky. PKL is probably going to listen for a reload here. He's actually setting up in a position to try to smoke out of Squeaky and maybe either bait out whatever utility is left over or simply go out and make an individual play. It seems like anything they do, they can get away with. And
seems like that. As you can see, Luminosity is gearing towards this A execute as Immortals left the bomb site. They have 3 people stacked B, so whatever Showtime's doing over at B, it's keeping them there.
Yeah, just one man. You can see the power of influence if you'd use those nades correctly. Henny from fence is going to look for a UMP frag. Good flash to assist him, but Nekaz trades immediately. Bolts as the late rotate in, up on bomb wall, takes a little bit of damage, but Nekaz, after smoking him out, puts him in an awkward spot. Yell pushes to forklift, and with no players left on the site, it has been taken. Steel going down immediately on the rotate. Not even a chance to set up for the retake. Lucas and Z with a UMP have to fight long range versus much better guns and can't win the duel.
No chance. Luminosity is the captain of this ship.
Luminosity. Luminosity need to become Luminosity.
Luminosity. I like that. I like it. Luminosity.
They need to get weird.
It's only weird for the first time. You know, then you get used to it and it becomes normal.
I'm not sure what you're referencing, but there's definitely been a lot of weird first times.
Life, you know, I'm referencing life here, right?
Day-to-day struggle.
The struggle, you see. Look, see? You're up 12-2, you're just going to rush out. Who cares?
Not even a single grenade.
Nothing.
Hasn't been a full nade set on Immortals for the past 5 or 6 rounds, maybe. And there it is. The one man to watch mid, and to do it from Toxic. Gets killed immediately. The squeaky push gets called out once again. The bomb is back outside A main, but they've just got so many options. 1 minute 20 seconds left, and Luminosity have barely used any utility, have gotten 2 kills, have information on rotating players. Cello's about to push in for the flank, and Steel, will he get caught off guard?
Shook.
They've traded appearances, but Cello comes out the victor once again. And it just feels like every time you see that yellow outline, it's over.
Yeah, this is, I mean, I know Immortals are not playing their best, but usually, you know, I always talk about Immortals' routes and teamwork. And this game, it seems like they're not even trying to work together. I don't know if they're saving the strats. I doubt it, but it just seems like they're not even working together. Like that, it almost looks like they're not even trying.
Oof.
It's weird.
Yeah. I mean, with just the amount of, just the buys alone, make it feel like they're maybe not even trying, but it's tough. I mean, it could be a variety of reasons. Either way, it was pretty much a slaughter by the hands of Luminosity, who did what many didn't expect. But anyways, we're going to come back to the second half with more Counter-Strike. Wait right here.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, the City of Odense, GeForce GTX, Lenovo Legion, Bedway, Pay Safeguard, Logitech G, Mountain Dew League, Xfinity, and ESEA.
Will Luminosity be put out of their misery, or excuse me, Immortals, as it has been a 12-3 half in favor of Luminosity on what is already the second map because they forfeited the first. Losing this map would leave them 4-4 in Pro League.
That's not a good way you want to start your weekend, especially for a tournament.
Especially when you're going to a tournament.
Especially, I mean, you don't want to be tilted coming into the tournament.
Yeah.
It looks like Immortals is tilted. They're not playing together. They're just running around. The timings are all off. No exchangings. It looks sloppy.
Have you ever, before school and like high school, fit in a game of Counter-Strike or any kind of match? Maybe today's game would be PUBG. And if you lose, it just ruins your whole day. Just ruins the whole rest of the day.
I had to be at school like 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
So if I ever had
So what time did you wake up, like 8:30?
No, I never missed school. I was a nerd.
Okay, that's good.
I was a school guy.
Awesome.
Whatever, you know.
Try hard.
I would love to play before.
Overachieving in CS and in the classroom. The Stromboli story. Oh my god, NECA is pushing through and trying to flank. Very common to do on CT side on this pistol round. We have a lot of action, Yell. Looking to make this an even bout. And will he make it a 4-4? It doesn't seem like it quite yet. PKL is instead able to find that kill, and his players are out on A and mid. They all get destroyed. It's actually just down to Cello. And if you had just tuned in for this round, you would think, wow, Immortals must be doing pretty good in this game. But nope, it's just a breath of fresh air, I think, to see a pistol go this well.
Yeah, I don't think they want to get 16-2 right there. Especially after if they lost pistol, just, you know, throw fuel on the fire right there. And look at that. Boom. They're both looking right at him. Neck is just, why? Why are you looking at me?
It's become so common, right, to like set up in a default, wait for that B push or the mid push or something, and it's kind of known by both sides. And sometimes you still go for it. And speaking of going for it, Luminosity have invested in head armor, and 3 people are in this round to win it, but have set up in a default. Is this the best thing to do?
I think just to hold for pushes, but I don't want them to advance as a default. I want them to eventually fall back together, maybe do a 4-1. They do have a bunch of utility to use, so they can Molotov like a key spot. Like if they go to A, maybe Molotov in the fence area or something. And toss their flashes from behind the bomb site. Has a little room to take over forklift, and then take over the bomb site.
All right, just wiggle your way in there.
Wiggle room.
Exactly. That's all you need. Now, the bomb in A main, we can see the intentions of Immortals are clear. Take the A site and hit it hard. But with a minute left, they still want to wait for pushes. There's still a couple of tough angles here that they can't exactly clear without exposing themselves. And Zach will have that on their mind. Except Lucas from Squeaky has gotten that information and shared it. Watching for the cross into the site, PKL is able to get some nice damage off, but not finish off the frag. There it is. 1, 2 CZ kills go the way of Luminosity, but compromised on A. Once again, just like Luminosity did to them, time and time again. NECA's moving in from Forklift. Has a pretty good position, realizes one's an A main. 2 on Bombwell. Bombwell also had the opportunity for kills. 3 CZ kills so far for Luminosity. Steel, however, picking up the slack and getting 2 for himself. NECA's, with a nice 45-degree flick, is able to take the face off of Steel and make it a 1-on-1. Last player remaining was last spotted, Quad. NECA's reading the situation well. Lucas almost falling for it, but is able to react and mechanically outplays him.
So that was a very nice move by Nekas towards the end. A very high-level play, in my opinion. He, obviously, after they checked that he's not at the forklift area, they expected him to wrap around the bomb site, but Nekas planned it out saying, okay, you expect me to wrap around bomb site, I'm going to hit back over to the right, and Lucas got caught off guard. Fortunately, Nekas did not hit a shot.
He's been playing interdimensional chess while Luminosity's been playing checkers.
Or Scrabble. Actually, that's a pretty hard game.
Scrabble's a tough one, man. Oh boy. That'll steal your manhood. There is not much for Luminosity to work with as they just have pistols. Bolts cleaning up the rest of the remaining players at A main, or at mid, excuse me. Luminosity down to just Showtime and P2K. Blasted.
Least favorite guns in the game.
Good opportunity for Zach to catch up, build some more confidence. Sometimes it's really important. Those early frags, and you just look at the scoreboard later in the game. They're just frags.
Yeah.
It's like I got kills.
I've known a lot of CS people way back in the day. You knew if they got 4 kills on like 2 or 3 to 4 kills in the first 2 rounds, they're gonna do well. If they don't, they're just like, whatever, average game.
It feels like Apex is one of those people. He just tells himself, oh, not playing well today if I don't get this. Opening kills at eco frags.
The confidence booster.
Right. It's a big deal. Placebo effect, strong one.
Makes you feel strong.
Exactly, Stromberg. With the analysis, and Henny with the duel. He actually wins it, but in response, Luminosity get 2. Steel with the bomb is all alone, has to worry about both this mid choke point. Wide peek from Showtime, gets punished immediately. PKL jumps up on the white box and trades it out instantly. 2v2, but the bomb is in possession of the CTs. They also have a crossfire on it from mid-main and Z connector.
I wonder if that's planned to have the bomb through the middle. Maybe that was a blunder because they were in the A bomb site, but Steel was up in middle with the bomb by himself. So maybe I should check out that round again. But I don't think that's a great tactic, I guess, to have the bomb in the middle.
Oh, what a cute angle from PKL. Something you would never clear. That is kind of the definition of a good angle, right?
It's when you least expect it.
Exactly.
Like peanut butter in your sandwich.
Gave him that pickle. Gave it to him good. And that's cleared up. A really nice 2v2. The good like reposition. Expect someone to come out of A main. Cello's in a good position to watch the bomb. They had all their ducks in a row.
I don't even know what that even means.
All their ducks in a row?
Oh, I guess because ducks are always in a row when they follow the mother.
It's like when you gotta. Yeah, it's like when you gotta go to recess and your teacher says, "Yeah, a single file line."
Oh.
Yeah, it's little duckling.
That
people.
makes sense. I grew up in the Midwest. I should know this. I've seen ducks.
You guys have ducks.
We do have ducks.
You guys get that migration of geese from Canada, isn't that right?
Yeah, but also that's when hunting season is in.
Oh, so when you go skeet shooting?
I'm not a hunter myself, but there's a,
no
Midwest. The rednecks love to hunt.
Right. And there it is, Lucas on this execute after Luminosity are able to steal it back and find another kill. This retake is looking a lot more promising. Bomb goes down, Zach's very low utility. This Molotov and smoke need to be used perfectly. They have to section out this
very
site.
little utility on Immortals' side. Luminosity, well, Immortals gets 2 kills right there, so they just bring it back in their favor after being a man down. And now N1's taking his time on the shot, picking it off. Now it's a 2-on-4. I probably would not go for this, even though it's, you're up 14-5, excuse me. Save the guns.
Save the guns.
You get, you never know when you have to buy extra, in the future. So no need to risk it. Try to get as many exit kills as possible.
Right. Personal finance.
Personal finance.
Save that college fund.
It's expensive buying a house.
It's hard out here, especially in LA.
$1 million for 1 bedroom.
Who's got $1 million right now? Not me.
I'm not even close. I don't think I even have $1 million in any video game that I play. It's ridiculous how expensive things are.
Fully related. And yes, they did heed the good word and hung on to those guns, and that has allowed them to buy now. So did a bit of damage to Immortals, but Immortals with great damage control were able to make the most of that round and hold off in a situation where they lost the first kill. So winning 5v4, very important statistic, but with them being 2 away from losing the whole map, it almost might not matter.
It might not. 14-6, Immortals has a long ways to go, and Hen1 gets taken out by Nekis, who's right under him. Now he's kind of scoot over in the boost, or in the pipe area.
Right in the pipes.
Right in the pipes, right there, right in the noggin.
Oh boy.
In the cojones.
Of course, we're talking about legs.
Legs.
That nade lands right under him, but
strong legs. Zach decides, hey, I'm gonna try that. Might stick it off and messed up smoke by Immortals.
Yeah, just right in the middle of nowhere, and that leaves Z open. But look at Luminosity; they're ready for A. They're expecting this. Lucas gonna have a big job on his hands. Will probably be one of the players to lead out as they execute. Bolt, however, shuts down Forklift, no problem. Yell, PKL pitching in for this effort. And Yell getting another kill. Could be critical. 2-on-1 in favor of Luminosity now. Bolts is able to take him out. That leaves it all down to Cello. He's coming in from A main, and Bolts is planting the bomb on default. This gives Cello a ton of information. Will he win the duel? He does it straight up, expecting the peek off of that plant spot. No problem, and match point, says Cello.
Yeah, Cello, nice angle, nice hold right there, and Bolts almost had it. He had the right idea, but it was just Cello's a little too close. And then the sorry spray on the body. Disrespect.
Oh, BM.
Cello just showing he's not just a wooden instrument.
That's right. He's playing him like a fiddle, too. Hey!
We got string jokes here, guys.
Oh man, and that's it. That's it. This could be. It could be it. I mean, Immortals have a good buy, but we just saw like a really good recovery from Immortals in that second round. Another rightful round win. All fingers point to success. All signs point to success for Luminosity as they've been playing so well. It's a pyramid. It's the top level, or a Level marketing pyramid scheme.
There you go.
There we go.
And, Luminosity at the top right now. They're selling Immortals their
Selling them a bill of
false
goods.
game plan. If you buy this, you can make so much money.
You'll win every other game. Immediately.
Yeah,
Lurk
just
gets
take it
shut
out.
down.
Why not?
Why not? Bolts thinks, oh, no one's throwing nades, no one's here.
Wrong.
Wrong, get peeked.
You can see Immortals, they're going to be gearing up to this A-bomb site.
Yeah, it's about to get weird, boys. Luminosity here, 3 to 4 people, 1 on flex. PKL looking to take first contact on anyone who crosses default. The flash comes in, it's really good. He might get killed for it immediately, he does. Nekas, after turning 45 degrees, gets 3 kills, closes out the map. And that's a 1-0 for Luminosity. Actually 2-0 because of that forfeit.
I count a forfeit as a win in my book.
That's a wrap.
I mean, you're not here on time, you lose.
You snooze, you lose.
You snooze, you lose. As you can see, Luminosity, though, coming out pretty impressive there in cash. Immortals looking a little flat.
Little flat.
Little flat Pepsi.
Flat Pepsi.
Yeah.
Anything wrong with flat Pepsi?
I mean, if you like it, it's good for you. I'm not trying to.
We could talk about it later.
We can talk about it later.
Yeah.
Analyze it.
But in the meantime, we got some real analysts to talk about the game we just watched. So take it away, boys.
All right, thank you very much, Launder. So, James, let's dive right into it here. What happened with Immortals here? They dropped the ball big time, it would seem.
So I said coming into it, you don't want to be forcing up after losing CT pistol. Or actually, so what they Immortals won CT pistol, but then LG came back with a force buy, and they played too passive in middle thanks to Eric DeBear-Stromberg's analysis. They said they gave up too much map control. One thing I want to talk about there is Zach is playing Highway, right? So he's the stand-in. The Highway guy on CT side after winning CT pistol is actually really important because he needs to be the one with the nades and to stay alive if they do come out A or if they come out mid. But Zach ends up dying second, right? So that's a huge problem. And then Immortals forces up after losing that round, which is akin to forcing up after losing CT pistol. And they end up just getting in the economy doldrums for the entire first half. And LG is just doing simple strats, and then they're just bullying the A side. As soon as they find out Zach's playing A, they literally did not try and go to B one time after that. They just bullied him. 3 guys running outdoor, and we have some replays of these A-site bullying tactics.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to be taking a look at one of those right now as we'll head into round number 9 as our first preview here. James, why don't you take it away? So
this is a super overpowered early round play you can make when you have a lot of utility, and you know the CTs are kind of low on economy, right? None of the CTs have any mollies, and Luminosity's been keeping track of this. So they do the cross smoke at B main with the Molotov under vent. And that Molotov was thrown super deep, so props to Nekas for throwing it correctly there. And I think they're going to do a fake onto the B site, and now that they already know that Zach's playing A, they have guys ready to run outdoor. They get a kill on B, and as soon as that kill comes out on B, you see them proceeding towards A. And they still don't know that a guy was up on Shroud Boost, but they got the entry kill. So it's just, once you know the CTs have the economy low on cash, you can just really manipulate them. And this ended up going into a 13-2 half with somebody getting 2 kills on the CT side, which is eerily reminiscent of another 16-2 victory we saw on NIP a while back with Vegas Squadron beating them, and that was kind of like the beginning of the downfall. So again, just the theme is keep your economy under control CT side. You need your mollies. Everyone knows how to play CT or T side cash, and you need everything to fight against that.
Well, I believe we have another replay as well to show you guys. It's a 3-man play from Squeaky here.
Right, so this is like basically a pug strat, right? So they're like, let's just make Immortals prove to us that they can beat us at like the gimmicky kind of scrimmy plays, right? So we have Yell over at B. He threw a bunch of nades at B early round with Showtime. They're both holding the B and mid push, and then they just run outdoor, right? They don't hear any kind of scoping at quad. And they're like, all right, Zach, we know you're playing A. Let's see if you can beat us. Bolts gets 1 trade kill and then completely gives up the site. And then it's just going to be too much work from there on out. So, again, it's just very simple stuff. They knew Immortals was not playing the economy game smartly, and it was just easy from there on out. Just hit your shots.
Yeah, LG&D taking complete control throughout the course of that map. I do believe we have one more replay to take a look at over the course of round 19. James, once again, go ahead.
Yeah, so this was kind of Immortals. I think this was the round where their chance to get back in the match kind of stopped, right? So Henny gets 2 nice kills going out mid with a Galil, right? He shoots the guy playing the bottom right of the Z smoke near Sandbag in the head, and then he throws a nice flash. But Steel decides to go out mid with the bomb here, knowing his players have A control. It's like, I don't really know what the point of that is. Not really sure what's going on here. he did know he had the bomb because I went back and I checked and he had the bomb on his back the entire round there. And it was like, I don't really know what's going on here. Like, that's just, there's no reason to be going out mid with the bomb there at all. So, kind of questionable.
Well, while Immortals were able to sneak by with Zach yesterday, it doesn't look like it played out too well today. Luminosity were able to figure out how to counter out Zach on that Immortals squad, and as such, they take a 2-0 victory, of course, with the first map being won due to a forfeit win there. If you guys would like to check out the VOD for this match or any of the previous matches throughout this week or even the previous week, feel free to hit that subscribe button right down below where you can subscribe to the channel and keep up with all of the upcoming matches and the previous matches too. But our next match coming up here in just a little bit is going to be Optic Gaming taking on Misfits. How are we shaping up in this match, James?
I'm super excited for this one because Optic, right, they're a pretty new team. Like, they're staying up late. They're posting stuff on social media about how they're grinding really hard. You know, they have great players to boot, right, to back up that. So if you have great work ethic and great players, right, like, basically the sky is the limit, right? But Misfits has been impressing everyone this season, right? They're 5-1 so far. They've played pretty strong teams for that 5-1. I think their only loss came to CLG on Train, I believe, or Cobble or Train. It was CLG. It was a close match, but I think this is going to be a tightly contested one, right? So Misfits is the type of team that if they're on like a disadvantaged T side, like Overpass, I think that's the second map of this matchup. Misfits has the strats to get a lot of rounds, right? But then Optic has the, you know, they have the firepower to get a lot of rounds on CT side. So I think this is going to be interesting, right? I'm going to be looking at radar a lot during this match because there's going to be some interesting plays coming out. And then the first map is Cash, right? So we're going to see Cash twice in a row.
Yes, correct.
And something I like about Misfits on Cash is that they're super aggressive on the CT side. So we didn't see that enough out of Immortals. I'm kind of like wondering what was going on with them today because Immortals is the type of team where in my past of, you know, doing analysis for Cloud9, like they're just going to double rifle swing A main probably 5 rounds out of the 15 on CT side, right? And we didn't see that happen one time. They didn't have a main control 1 round that entire half. So kind of wondering what's going on in that camp. But we're going to see the opposite from Misfits. Misfits is going to play aggressively on CT side. It's fun to watch.
Well, it's certainly going to be an interesting match, folks, and it's going to be coming up in just about 15 minutes. Do stick with us. And when we come back from the break, we'll have our second match of the night right here at Pro League.